Welcome to Divakar Physics. In this video, we will discuss about the capacitors in series and parallel. When they are connected in series, what is the equivalent capacitance, and when they are connected in parallel or in mixed combination, then we'll see in this video. Okay, so capacitors are basically charge storing devices having two plates, positive and negative usually. That's why when these capacitors, like this is the symbol of a capacitor, okay, parallel lines of equal length. So this is C1, C2, C3. So three capacitors having different capacitance. Okay, when they are connected in single path, you see, single path, then they are said to be in series. So whenever you find the capacitors connected in a single path, then you will take them in series. Okay, if they are not in single path, then they will not be in series. So this is the basic difference or basic idea to understand whether capacitors are in series or not, because usually in exam you will get the mixed combination. Okay, so now when positive potential is given, then here positive charge is established first, so say plus Q. Then due to induction, here negative charge will be induced, equal negative. Okay, and as negative charge is induced here, then positive charge will be induced here, far end positive, so plus Q. Then similarly this process will continue to charge all the capacitors. Okay, then plus Q minus Q. So what we see, basic idea, that when capacitors are in series, so same charge will be established on the plates. Okay, same charge. So you can remember, so charge remains same, charge on each capacitor remains same. This is what, because this is the single path. Okay, then as the formula of capacitance is, formula related to capacitance is Q is equal to CV. Q is equal to CV. So C is different. Okay, Q is same, but C is different. So V should be different. So V should be different, so that Q remains the same, because C is different. So that means here potential difference will be V1, here V2, and here V3. So one more point you remember, in series potential difference is different. Okay, potential difference is different in each capacitor. Okay, then what is that potential difference? V1. So V is equal to Q by C. So then I can write Q by C1. So V1 equals to Q by C1. So remember this formula, Q is equal to C into V. And same way for second capacitor, Q by C2. Now don't write Q1, Q2 like that, okay, because same charge. Same way V3 is equal to Q by C3. So different capacitance, different potential difference. Now how this potential difference is established here, why these charges are established, why potential difference is developed here? So due to the source voltage. Okay, as you know, voltage or potential difference is related to work or energy, so this must be conserved. So that's why we can write V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So whatever potential differences are established here, developed across the capacitors, so they are basically provided by the source voltage. So V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Then I can write this V1 is equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2 plus Q by C3. This is V. Now, now imagine one capacitor, okay, single capacitor. So imagine one single capacitor here which can replace the three capacitors, which can replace these three capacitors with the same effect, means with the same potential difference, same charge will be established. Okay, then that is called equivalent capacitor. Okay, equivalent. So that means which can replace the combination of the given capacitors. That is equivalent capacitance, you can say. And if you consider one capacitor where this V can establish charge Q, okay, then what will be this C? What will be the relation between this C, Q and V? So V is equal to Q by C equivalent, you can say. Okay, or I'll write series. Okay, series equivalent, CS I'll write. So V is equal to Q by CS. This way I can write, because this capacitor will replace the three capacitors here, and the effect is same, behavior is same with the given potential difference. So if I take this capacitor as the equivalent of the three capacitors in series, then CS is the value, then the same voltage Q is established, then V is equal to Q by CS I can write. So I can replace this Q by this V with Q by CS. So I will write here Q by CS. Okay, so CS means series equivalent of the capacitors, which can replace the combination. Okay, now here you see what is same here, what is common here. So Q is common, so Q by CS is equal to Q 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. It's cancelled. So this gives 1 by CS equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So this gives the equation for equivalent capacitance of the given capacitor when these three are connected in series. So when these are connected in when two are connected, then omit this third one, then just take 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. And if there are more than 3, then same pattern, 1 by C4, 1 by n times you can do, for n terms, n number of capacitors in series. So same sequence will follow, same pattern. Okay, so this is what the formula for equivalent capacitance of series combination. Series combination. Now we'll go for parallel combination. Okay, parallel combination. Now see these three capacitors, how are they connected now? So they are connected in such a way that their opposite plates, okay, opposite plates are connected together to a common point. See, so this plate, this all are connected here, this point. Okay, and very other ends, other plates are also connected together. Then you can take these three are in parallel. Suppose this plate is connected together, but the other end is connected somewhere else, not here, or not with the common point uh, of this three capacitors, then you cannot take this in parallel with this. Okay, so all the plates, opposite plates, should be connected to a common point together, then you will take them in parallel combination. Okay, parallel combination. Now one interesting point here, that as these plates are connected to this point, which is connected to negative terminal, so it will have some potential here, and see the other ends are also connected to the positive terminal together, so these 2 points have some potential, and that's why they have some potential difference. Okay, so that means these 2 points, so suppose it is 2 volt, this is 8 volt, then 8 minus 2 6 volt. So that means as all these are connected between 2 points, so all will have same potential difference. So this is the important point, because they are connected between two same points. Okay, so all will have same potential difference. Now as you have Q is equal to CV, now V is same, C is different. Now V is same because they are connected between the same points, so V is same, but C is different, they have different value, they are different capacitors, that's why so Q must be different, because C is different though V is constant. That's why we can say in parallel combination different charges will be established according to the capacitance of the capacitor. So here I will take Q1, here I will take Q2, and here Q3. And at this junction, suppose this is sending charge Q, okay, then this Q is divided. Okay, Q is divided. So total charge Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 is equal to the charge supplied by this, the given time. So that's what, so we can say in this case Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So here Q are different, so we'll add them. Here in the series Q is same, V is different. So that's why V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So learn this starting, then it will be easy to derive. Okay. Now what expression can I write here in place of Q1? So Q is equal to CV. So Q1 is equal to C1V. So I can write Q is equal to C1, Q1 is equal to C1V. So I will not write V1, okay, because V is same. Same way Q2 is equal to C2V, and same way C3V. So Q3 is equal to C3V. Now again we will take one capacitor which can replace this. Okay, so one capacitor which can replace this. So with the same voltage, V, it will establish charge, or it will give charge Q, and voltage same. Okay, so that means it will send total charge, because this is single, so we'll take that charge what is sent by this source to this combination. So it is sending Q, so here also it is sending Q to that capacitor. So that's why this capacitance CP I have taken. So parallel combination, parallel equivalent of capacitance. Then can I write Q is equal to Cp into V here? So this is the total Q, and this is also the total Q sent by the same source and to a single capacitor. So that's why I can write CPV. Then CPV is equal to V common, then C1 plus C2 plus C3. So then PV cancel, then CP equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So this is the formula for the parallel equivalent of three capacitors. If two are there, just take two. If four are there, add one more. 5 plus C5, like that. Okay. And this formula suggests that the capacitance increases, you say, because you are simply adding the values. Okay. And in the series combination, this is reciprocal, so capacitance will decrease. So capacitance of the equivalent capacitance will be less than the least one, but here capacitance is increasing. So to increase the capacitance, then you have to combine them in parallel. Okay, combine them in parallel, because C1 plus C2 plus C3. So this value will be more than the greatest one also. So that's why CP increases by combining in parallel combination. Okay, so this way we can derive the formula and learn the formula for the application in these questions. Okay, so let us see how we will solve when these capacitors are combined in the mixed form. So you will get the circuit where some are combined in series, some are in parallel, or parallel maybe in series with the new one. So like that. So mixed combination. So but what are the rules? So when you see only one path, okay, single path, then they are in series. If some connection is taken from here, then this will not be in series with this. So whenever you completely see one path, they are connected in a single path for the charge to flow, take them in series. And for parallel, opposite ends, both sides, you have to see whether they are connected in common point or not. If they are not connected, both the plates are not connected to the same point, then don't take them in parallel. Okay, so let us see one question. Okay, so this is from NCERT textbook, question number 2.25. Okay, so obtain the equivalent capacitance of the network given here. So four capacitors are given, and the source voltage is given here across these points. Then for a 300 volt supply, determine the charge and voltage across each capacitor. So how will you go about it? Now first you see these capacitors, you see they are in the same line from this point to this point, so they are in series. So solve them. Okay, so solve them. So you can write C2 and C3 are in series. Therefore, what is the formula of series? So 1 by C1 CS is equal to 1 by C2 plus C3. Just I have taken their names only, C2 and C3. So they are in series. So use this formula. Now see this one. So C2 is 200 picofarad and this is also 200 picofarad. So I have applied these values. So this is in picofarad only. Then 1 by 200 plus 1 by 200, 2 by 200. That is 1 by 100, and don't forget to take the reciprocal. So this side 1 by CS, so CS will be 100. So don't write 0.001. Okay, this is a very common mistake, so don't do like that. Okay, now you see what is the meaning of this 100 picofarad. What is the meaning of this 100 picofarad? So 100 picofarad means these two can be replaced by only one capacitor, that is 100 picofarad. So 100 picofarad will behave as these two are behaving in the circuit. Okay, then our circuit will change. Our circuit will change like this. Now circuit is changed like this. So this is the first capacitor. We have not done anything with this. Here we have solved. In place of these two, we have got 100 picofarad. So I have replaced these two by 1. See, I have replaced these two with the same points by 1. Okay. Then the third one is there. The last one is there. We have not done anything with that. So now this is the new circuit. This circuit you may draw, you may not draw, no problem. It is not required. Just for your explanation, I have drawn that. Okay. Now again we have three capacitors. They must be combined. Now, so how are they connected? Now if you see these two, and opposite ends are connected here, and other opposite plates say connected here. So these two are in parallel. What about this? Some may think all are in parallel. Check. So this plate, yes, right, here it is combined, but the other plate is connected with the source voltage, say cell. Okay, so that means this end is not connected here or here. This is the opposite side of the opposite terminal of the cell. So this is connected somewhere else. So that's why you cannot take this in parallel. Otherwise it seems that this is also in parallel. Okay, but only these two are in parallel. So then what you will write? C1 and CS are in parallel. Then what is the formula for parallel? Cp equals to C1 plus CS. Just you have to add. So this is 100 and this is 100. So 100 plus 100. So 200 picofarad. Now what we have got? What is the meaning of this? Now we can replace these two with 200 picofarad, single capacitor. That is the meaning of equivalent. Now your circuit will change like this. So we have taken one capacitor of 200 picofarad in place of this. Yes. Now this is 300 volt. And this is 200 picofarad. And here, here one more is there. This is 100 picofarad. So this is here only. We have not done anything with this. So we have replaced these two with the single capacitor. So now you see, so they are connected across this cell, and you see same current. So they are in the same path. So that means same charge will flow. So that's why Cp and C4 are in parallel. Series. So what is the formula? 1 by CS dash is equal to 1 by Cp plus 1 by C4. Then we'll put the value and solve. Now you see, solving this we get 1 by 200 plus 1 by 100 is equal to 1 plus 2 by 100, and CS dash is equal to 66.67 picofarad. Okay, so that way we get the total equivalent capacitance of the network. So combining all four capacitors, we get this much value.